It's time to turn up your energy level and learn how to soar at any age through personal fitness, eating well, living healthy, and staying positive. Come on in and have a seat. Turn up the dial. We're going to have a good time. Welcome to Have a Healthy Day. Now, here's your host, international fitness and nutrition guru, Patricia Valenti.
Welcome back to Have a Healthy Day. I'm Patricia Valenti, and I'm so happy to be here with Donna DeCunzo Taddeo. We've had her for a couple of shows now, and we've had a huge request to have her back because she has so much knowledge. She has so many credentials. As I've mentioned before, she's a registered dietitian, a wellness coach. She's also the co-creator of eDiets. But she has so much information to share with us, and today we're going to talk about food cravings. Apparently, a lot of people have food cravings, and it causes them to eat even when they're not hungry. So, Donna, thank you again for being with us today.
Patricia, thank you for inviting me back. I'm honored to be here. I love to,
we can't get enough. We can't get enough of you, apparently. So it's very common to have physical hunger, but what exactly is a food craving?
Well, a food craving is an intense desire to eat a particular food, not because of physical hunger. This desire to eat is so strong that you may actually go out of your way to get the specific food. Meaning, you're home at night, you're in your pajamas, ready to go to bed, this craving strikes, you get dressed, you go outside, you get, the specific food, and you come home.
Interesting. I've actually seen that happen. I had an aunt that would get up and go to the drive-thru at Dunkin' Donuts and take me with her in the pajamas. And so, wow, that's interesting that people have this strong craving to get up and satisfy it.
If you don't get the food that you have the craving for, your craving will not be satisfied until you have that very specific food.
Okay. So what are some of the reasons why people have these uncontrollable urges?
Well, it's interesting because over the years I've asked people, and so now we're almost going on too many years that I care to mention, but around 20 years. And I ask them the same question: why do you eat? And the number one question that I've gotten over the years is always stress.
Okay.
I had a bad day, I had a very stressful day at work, or, I have a lot of anxiety over a situation, or I'm worried about something, or they feel depressed or sad, and sometimes they even mention that, I just had a craving for it.
So the food's comforting, makes them feel better?
People eat for all different reasons. What's interesting, though, is every time I ask this question, it's very rare that I have somebody look at me, like I've asked the most bizarre question, and say, why do I eat? I eat because I'm hungry. That has happened over the last 20 years, maybe once or twice.
Okay, so we're not really hungry when...
I guess.
Right. Wow. Does it go with, when you're a young child and your mother rewards you, you were so good, now I'm going to give you a big cookie. Does that carry over into adulthood?
Very smart, Patricia. You could have saved a lot of dollars in research. There are many theories as to why we crave foods, but there's no single explanation for food cravings. Some of the explanations that are offered are cravings are often associated with a sensory memory.
Okay.
So when cravings are learned, usually at early ages, there's a sensory memory that's triggered, and it's usually triggered by some type of cue. These cues that trigger the desire to eat when you're not hungry can come from environmental, or it became a habit, or you need comfort, so you go to a comfort food that, maybe mom gave you, anything like that. You're using it usually to fill a need that you're not addressing, but you're trying to fill with food.
Okay, that's interesting. I crave dark chocolate. I like dark chocolate and red wine. It reminds me, believe it or not, of romance.
See, now that's interesting.
Why?
Well, it's funny because I do see a lot of people that celebrate with food. Food is very social to us. And like I said, there's memories that you associate with
I
certain
do.
foods.
I like, I'm on a special date, and we top off the evening with some chocolate and toast to some wine. So yeah, I do associate that with.
Well, lucky for you, you have, and I've been out with you, so I know that you only usually have one glass of wine and a very small piece of chocolate. But the good news for you is that you've picked two foods that happen to, the research has shown, have been heart healthy. So
That's good.
but
Wow.
a lot of times people don't choose those foods. There are other reasons why we think people have cravings. Some of them are physiological, so
Okay.
that oftentimes, as in the case with true hunger or fatigue, that's usually triggered because you don't eat enough throughout the day, so your
Okay.
glucose drops, or perhaps like we were talking in last week's show, you ate too many carbohydrates, so your blood sugar spiked and then it
Right.
fell.
Okay.
So when it falls and you experience tiredness or fatigue or hunger, real hunger, then you start having a food craving.
Right. I mean, like after an intense workout or doing a lot of lifting or running, I mean, you definitely need food. I mean, that would be a real craving. Like your body's.
Well, don't mistake a food craving for hunger.
Okay.
Because they're two different things. Can you have a craving while you're hungry? Absolutely, and that usually happens with high sugar or high carbohydrate foods because of the glucose. But wanting to eat because you exercise and have exhausted all your resources are completely different from an actual food craving.
Right. Oh, that makes total sense.
Now, when you're hungry because you've exercised, you may be more open to a craving. In other words, if you go through a heavy workout and then you go to the supermarket, you may, like, your eye goes to, like, the quickest energy source,
Right.
like, oh, all of a sudden I never eat cookies. Now I'm looking at cookies.
Yeah.
So, that is possible. But if you're truly hungry, that's not really so much a craving.
Got it. Okay. So, is there a genetic reason why some people have cravings more than others?
Yeah, there's actually a very strong genetic connection. If you think about the evolution of man, we've been able to survive times when our environment was a lot more harsh. We didn't have homes that we lived in, and we had to survive famine, hardship, difficulty getting food. There wasn't,
Right.
fast food restaurants on every corner like 200 years ago. So we've evolved to be able to store excess calories so that when we weren't able to get food, we could rely on those stores.
Oh.
And, we would preserve basically, our health.
So it was okay to, like, back then probably to carry on some extra pounds or store some extra fat for when you needed it?
Yeah, for, just in case the times of famine hit or,
Right.
Food was difficult to come by. But obviously now we don't have that issue.
Right.
But we still have the genetic predisposition to want to do that.
Right. Good to know. Can a craving happen because my body needs a specific nutrient? Someone craves pizza or someone craves pasta, or, I mean, is that because we need that nutrient? Our body needs that?
It's funny because I have some friends that actually rationalize that that's the reason why they
Well, that's
eat
what
a
I think. I
specific
must
food.
need something in that chocolate.
But the one thing that we don't really know the specific reason why cravings happen, but the one thing that we know that is absolutely not true is that your body has a craving for food because it needs a nutrient.
Okay.
That's
So
absolutely
it's not true. I can't say that anymore.
right.
Okay.
There's actually only one nutrient deficiency that's clearly associated with cravings in human beings.
Oh,
and
what's
that's
that?
That's iron.
Iron.
But
Wait, what, you would crave meat?
you
Red
would
meat?
think.
Okay.
You would think, okay, my body's low in iron, I want steak. No. What they've shown is when a human being is craving has a low in iron and they're craving something,
Right.
it's usually ice.
Is that right?
Yep. So, and we call that it's a rare condition, and it's called pica.
Wow. I
Mhm.
have never heard of that.
But other than that, so you can't really say that you crave
Yeah.
chocolate because you need those
Right.
polyphenols.
Well, I don't have too much meat. I mean, I eat it once in a while, but I get my iron from prunes. I think they're so delicious. It's like a treat for me.
Good. Well, they're very healthy for you also, so.
Yeah, they do a lot of things.
Well, food cravings tend to be more about satisfying emotional needs more than, physiological needs.
Okay, good to know. We are going to take a quick break right now. I'm Patricia Valenti, and you're listening to Have a Healthy Day on the Specialist Radio Network. Don't forget to visit my website at haveahealthyday.net.
Are you in sales or management and needing some help with your bottom line? The Specialist Sales and Management Bible can help. As one of the most successful door-to-door salesmen in history, Charles Kettner earned the nickname The Specialist for his unique style of teaching, delivery, and attention to detail. Now, the secrets to his phenomenal success can be yours in his book, The Specialist Sales and Management Bible. Overflowing with tips, advanced techniques, and the true art of the sale, the Specialist Sales and Management Bible has become a highly sought-after trade tool. You can pick up your copy today at Amazon.com, or you can visit online at thesalesprospecialist.com. That's thesalesprospecialist.com. Get specialized today and learn how the successful sales pros really do it. The Specialist Sales and Management Bible by Chris Kettner. Available now at Amazon.com.
Hello?
Hey, I am so worried. I don't know where to turn.
What's wrong?
Well, everyone thinks there's a problem.
What do you mean?
I think something's going on, but I just don't know for sure. All the warning signs are there. He's working late, leaving the room to talk on his cell, and we've had so many strange hang-up calls. I think I need help.
You need to call my friends at City Confidential Investigations.
City Confidential Investigations?
Listen, you have suspicions and you need answers. They offer professional and discreet investigative services. You can call them right now at 1-800-390-1171.
Wait, I'm writing this down. That's 1-800-390-1171.
Or you can visit their website at cityconfidentialinvestigations.com.
Cityconfidentialinvestigations.com.
They'll get you answers, discover the truth, and help you get some peace of mind back.
I really need that.
Hey, and it even says here that City Confidential Investigations is female-owned and operated.
That's 1-800-390-1171.
Yep.
Great, thank you so much.
Well, good luck.
For over 50 years, Eastern Home Builders has been a leader in modular and manufactured homes in Hampton Roads and the surrounding area. Eastern Home Builders comes with 3 generations of Baker family experience. We specialize in custom, factory-built commercial, single-family, and multi-family construction. Our commitment to customer service is unparalleled in the industry. We offer Graceland portable buildings you can rent to own without a credit check, made with the highest quality materials and expert craftsmanship. Need a metal structure? We have a huge selection of Newmart products that are durable, reliable, and affordable. Stop by and see us at 3213 South Military Highway in Chesapeake, Virginia. Or you can browse our website at easternhomebuilders.com. Got a question? Give us a call at 757-485-7002. Eastern Home Builders of Chesapeake, Virginia. We're making your housing dreams come true.
When you're speaking in public, do you find yourself nervous, feeling unprepared, searching for the right words, fidgeting, avoiding eye contact? When you need to make your best impression, the Speech Pro Specialist can help. Chris Kettner, aka The Specialist, has coached, consulted, and trained sitting U.S. congressmen, state representatives, city officials, realtors, prosecutors, Fortune 500 corporations, Navy SEALs, and folks just like you who are seeking to improve their speaking skills and professional competence. The Speech Pro Specialist will train you in communication delivery, enunciation, eye contact, facial expression, body language, voice inflection, and all the nuances necessary to make your best impression. Call now for your free consultation at 757-274-6983. That's 757-274-6983. Or visit us on the web at thespeechprospecialist.com. That's thespeechprospecialist.com.
Hi, this is Lauren reaching out to you on behalf of the Voice of Real America. Freedom of religion, speech, the press, and to assemble are First Amendment rights granted to us by the United States Constitution. The Voice of Real America does not take those rights lightly. We will always strive to bring you the truth without bias and without rhetoric. We don't care what side you stand on, unless you're standing in the way of our rights and freedoms. Our sponsors play a big role in helping us reach millions daily. If you're interested in joining forces with the Voice of Real America, please visit us online at thevoiceofrealamerica.com and learn how you can become a proud sponsor and play a strategic role in this increasingly important fight. That's thevoiceofrealamerica.com. You plus us equals we the people. And together we are the voice of real America. Thank you and God bless the United States of America.
Welcome back to Have a Healthy Day with your host, international fitness and nutrition guru, Patricia Valenti.
Welcome back to Have a Healthy Day. Donna, we were just talking about food cravings, and I've noticed when people are dieting, they have even stronger food cravings. Is that because they feel like they're missing something? They want to make up for it? Why do people have these strong food cravings?
Well, they've conducted some animal studies on this. And what's very interesting with that is, you would think, you have the craving because you weren't allowing yourself to have it. What they found in animal studies is when they restrict certain foods from the diet of an animal, and then they reintroduce it, and then they restrict it again, the craving becomes even more intense.
Oh, is that right?
Mm-hmm. And often it becomes uncontrollable with the animal, that they can't even have it in the cage without eating the whole thing.
Oh my gosh.
Whereas when they started, it could be the same food that maybe they nibbled on and just left.
Wow.
So it's
Okay.
pretty interesting, and I do see it translate. The more you restrict a diet, that's I guess why I am so adamant about giving up. People say, well, we have to eliminate all of carbohydrates. Let's give up everything. It's kind of throwing the baby out with the bathwater.
Right. So it's better to just eat healthy, smaller portions and a variety of everything.
Well, it depends. I mean, if you have some issues with food cravings, particularly, not so much like what you say, like you generally eat pretty healthy and maybe occasionally have a little piece of chocolate. But I'm talking about the person that comes home from work and they're not relaxed until they eat a bag of potato chips. Or
I've seen
a
that
box of
happen,
candy.
yes.
Yeah. Those are the people that I tend to say, if that's your trigger food, avoid it. And the only reason I tell them that is the research has shown that they put people in MRIs, and what they see is the same pleasure senses in the brain light up similarly to when somebody takes certain opiates, drugs
Really?
or alcohol. So if you're the type of person that can't have a food around because you'll eat the whole thing, then
Right.
don't have it around.
Don't bring it in the house.
Right.
Don't buy it. Don't have those potato chips in the cupboard.
Right.
Okay. Is it better to maybe replace it with something healthy or?
Well, remember what we said. If you're craving something, so for example, let's say you say to me, oh, I have this strong craving, I just want chocolate ice cream. And I say, well, go have an apple.
It's not the
same.
Okay. So you can't just go have a carrot stick, and that's not going to work. Okay. All right. Well, is there like a certain age or gender difference with cravings? Men, women have different cravings, young, old?
Yeah, it's actually interesting. Research shows that women are twice as likely than men to have food cravings.
Really?
Cravings are the most common in women around childbearing age, and cravings often decrease with age. So they're starting to think that one of the explanations is hormonal fluctuations, which also, shows the difference of why cravings may decrease in women with age, and also why more women have cravings than men. According to a study published in the International Journal of Eating Disorders, a woman is more likely to crave certain foods when they're feeling stressed, depressed, anxious, versus men who will crave comfort type foods when they feel happy or secure or they want to celebrate. So
right.
it's interesting.
Yeah. Some men, I would think it reminds them of, Mom used to make me chicken noodle soup or pasta fagioli, and I just feel good when I have that.
Yes. You're exactly right. That's what the research has shown.
Good to know. So most what do most women crave?
Well, the number one most craved food among women is what you said before, chocolate.
Somehow I really am a girl.
And it's funny because my husband and I have an ongoing joke that when somebody asks us, hey guys, you want dessert? I say, or they ask, Donna, I know you're a dietitian, but what's your favorite dessert? And I always
What is
say,
your favorite?
Ah.
Tell us.
Well, my most favorite dessert is like a warm, heated up brownie, or like a warm, hot, molten lava cake with a big scoop of vanilla ice cream.
That sounds delicious.
But if you ask my husband what his favorite dessert is,
Right.
he'll say, probably pizza or macaroni. So it kind of goes along with what we were saying about what men crave versus what women crave.
Wow. Okay. So that's interesting. We are going to take a quick break right now. I'm Patricia Valenti, and you're listening to Have a Healthy Day on the Specialist Radio Network. Don't forget to visit my website at haveahealthyday.net.
Hi, this is Lauren reaching out to you on behalf of the Voice of Real America. Freedom of religion, speech, the press, and to assemble are First Amendment rights granted to us by the United States Constitution. The Voice of Real America does not take those rights lightly. We will always strive to bring you the truth without bias and without rhetoric. We don't care what side you stand on, unless you're standing in the way of our rights and freedoms. Our sponsors play a big role in helping us reach millions daily. If you're interested in joining forces with the Voice of Real America, please visit us online at thevoiceofrealamerica.com and learn how you can become a proud sponsor and play a strategic role in this increasingly important fight. That's thevoiceofrealamerica.com. You plus us equals we the people. And together we are the voice of real America. Thank you, and God bless the United States of America.
Welcome to Bristol Girl Music. Bristol Girl Music is a Nashville-based BMI-affiliated music publishing company offering you the best in original gospel, contemporary Christian, country, pop, and big band music. If you're a recording artist or group and record independently or as part of a label and you're searching for fresh new songs for an upcoming recording, Bristol Girl Music is the place.
Look to the one who is greater. We don't know much about America. As the men, we can find it.
Need a theme or a commercial jingle? We do that as well.
And give me the power to keep on giving.
All of our songs are written by professional hit songwriters with many years of experience. You can contact us by visiting our website online at bristolgirlmusic.com. That's bristolgirlmusic.com.
Welcome back to Have a Healthy Day with your host, international fitness and nutrition guru, Patricia Valenti.
Anna, can you give us any tips in how to satisfy and reduce these cravings?
Sure. Well, since the main reason for cravings, like we discussed, is stress, it's very important to address the stress level inside of you. Versus, if you have a hard day at work and you come home, rather than turn to the bag of chips or the ice cream, maybe go for a walk, use that time to exercise, do something that you enjoy, kind of de-stress yourself.
Replace it with something that's healthy?
Yeah, kind of replace eating to address the real need that that you have to address, not
Right.
just like kind of stuff down the feeling with food.
Got it. Like they say, exercise helps your mind and helps depression, so maybe some sort of exercise.
Sure.
whether
And
it's
yeah, I mean,
or-
look, there's a lot of people that, unlike us, we've grown up to where we really enjoyed exercise, but, we're really the minority. There are people that absolutely hate exercise. So what I tell them is if you hate, traditional exercise, but you love to dance, then come home from work, go close the door,
Right.
put your favorite music on and dance.
Right.
Just release.
Right, find something
right.
you enjoy doing.
Exactly.
Okay.
You-
Could be even out just walking your dog for a brisk walk.
Sure.
Or, something like that. Good to know.
You also want to make sure that you add a wide variety of food choices to your diet, so you get all the nutrients that you need, and make sure that you're getting enough calories so that your glucose doesn't rise and then fall. And then
Right. So, like, for example, some people, like, they just love to have a Coke or a Diet Coke. Like, why is that good or bad? Or what can you tell us about the soda craze a lot of people are hooked on?
Well, it's interesting. Years ago they used to say, if you want to cut your calories, have diet soda, but some research is even showing that artificial sweeteners still stimulate you to want more sugar.
Wow.
So what I like to suggest for people, I really am a promoter of drinking a lot of water, because a lot of times you may feel like you have a craving simply because you're dehydrated.
Right, I've heard that.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that happens a lot even with why certain people, tend to crave salt. They're simply dehydrated. So if you like kind of like sweeter drinks, then what I tend to say is, make a pitcher of water, maybe add some limes, you could add some fresh basil, make it like a flavored water. If you add some herbs to it, that'll quench your thirst.
What about the teas? There's some really good healthy teas out there now. The green tea, black tea. What do you know about the teas?
Yeah, teas are very good too. There's question on whether or not they're dehydrating.
Oh, true. They have caffeine in them.
Some of them do. But you can use teas, as long as you don't sweeten them. You can use, herbal teas.
A little bit of honey.
Well, honey is the same as sugar.
Oh, but it's kind of healthier than sugar, right? Doesn't it have good stuff in it?
No, actually, that's a myth.
Well, I did hear that honey, if you have allergies and the honey is locally grown, it can help with allergies. Have you heard that?
No.
I'm going to Google it. I did hear that. Anyway, I do put a little honey in my tea, but...
Did you hear it from the bee?
The little bee told me. Oh, okay. But anyway, so we should drink more, don't have soda. What about, I've heard about it depleting calcium. Is that true with the soda?
Well, yeah, there's
or is it certain kinds of soda?
Well, diet sodas in particular contain phosphates, and those can damage not only your teeth and your bones, but they also deplete because they leach out calcium.
Wow.
They also tend to, not because of the sodium in them, but because of the phosphates, they tend to, raise blood pressure if you have high blood pressure, and they can even alter your brain chemistry. So that's why I say
soda is bad.
If you don't really want to classify, what I try to tell people is just look at the words that you choose, because if you say bad, what happens? Think of your child when you tell your child to stay away from something bad.
Oh, then they want it more.
Right.
Okay.
So you may say like, I prefer not to have that. You know what? I'm going to have this instead.
Right. Maybe
it's a healthier choice for my body.
Yeah. We just had Dr. Schweitzer on a show, The Dentist, a few weeks ago, and he was telling us what he has seen, the damage that soda causes on teeth, how it causes pitting and the enamel wearing away. So he told us some, how to really avoid soda when possible as well. What about fats? Are we getting enough fat in our daily diet? And what are some good fats to have?
Well, you know what? That could be a whole topic. Maybe we should have another show on that.
Oh, there you go. That's right. It's probably too much to talk about in one segment. But yeah, we'll definitely talk about fats then in our next show.
No, but for a quick tip, I mean, I don't want to, put some suspense there. But
okay.
It is very important to get enough fat in your diet. And I suggest getting, sources of monounsaturated omega-3s. Adding almonds, walnuts, olive oil, coconut oil, avocados, fatty fish like salmon.
What about extra virgin olive oil? Is that
extra virgin olive oil?
Is that better than regular olive oil?
It actually is.
Okay.
Yeah, and we can address the reasons why, the fat structure and things like that, and how to cook with oils and.
Good to know. Well, Donna, thank you so much for helping us talk about food cravings and all of our, how to get over food cravings and what causes them. But if people want more tips on how to conquer and overcome these cravings, how can they get in contact with you?
They could drop me an email, visit my website, or drop me an email. You go to www.justaskdonna.com or drop me an email, donna@justaskdonna.com.
So it's donna@justaskdonna.com.
Yep.
Awesome. We can do that. All right, Donna, thanks again for being with us today. You're listening to Have a Healthy Day on the Specialist Radio Network. Don't forget to visit my website at haveahealthyday.net.
You've been listening to Have a Healthy Day with Patricia Valenti on the Specialist Radio Network. If you have a question, comment, or suggestion, send it to us by visiting our website online at haveahealthyday.net. Have a Healthy Day is a division of the Specialist Radio Network. On behalf of Patricia Valenti and the staff, a big thank you to all of our sponsors and listeners. Join us next week, same time, same place. Until then, have a healthy day.